All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to unpack a really wild story about a big tech company, a PC rental program that went completely off the rails, and a multi-million-dollar settlement. And trust me, it's not just about computer parts. This is a story about promises, big problems, and a resolution that you probably won't see coming.
So let me just ask you this right off the bat. Have you ever rented something and had that little thought in the back of your head, what if I just didn't return this? Well, for thousands of people, that little what if scenario actually happened.
You heard that right. A major PC company basically handed over more than $1 million worth of computers and just wiped out almost another $1 million in debt. So how in the world does something like that happen? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into.
So here's our roadmap for this whole thing. First, we'll talk about how this controversy even started. Then, we'll look at what the Flex program promised, and then the bait-and-switch claims that came next. After that, we'll see how customers fought back, and finally, we'll dive into the details of that massive $3.45 million settlement.
Okay, so our story is all about NZXT, a name you probably know if you're into PC hardware. They launched this subscription service called the Flex program. It kicked off with a pretty simple idea, but boy did it spiral into a huge legal mess. So what was this program even about? And what made it so appealing in the first place? Let's take a look at the pitch that got so many people to sign up. And listen, things moved fast. The program launched in August 2024, and by November, just a few months later, people were already getting really vocal with their criticism. A lawsuit was filed the next year, and boom, a settlement was reached by April 2026. This thing didn't just smolder, it was a full-on explosion. Now, you can totally see the appeal here, right? For a monthly fee, you get a powerful gaming PC that's supposed to be new or like new, and they'll even upgrade you every 2 years. It's a way to stay on the cutting edge without having to shell out thousands of bucks all at once. Sounds like a fantastic deal, doesn't it?
Well, for a lot of folks, that fantastic deal started to feel less like a deal and more like a trap. The promise on the website just wasn't matching the reality of the computer showing up at their front door. And that's when the really serious allegations started to fly.
And we're not just talking about a few bad online reviews here. This is a direct quote from the actual lawsuit. The language is incredibly strong, accusing the companies of a deliberate scheme to basically trick their own customers. Oof. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. The lawsuit claimed a bunch of things: that customers were getting worse parts than what was advertised, that the performance numbers they were shown were misleading, and, this is a huge one, that the marketing made it seem like you could eventually own the PC. The lawsuit basically said that NZXT was just using this program to get rid of their old parts for top dollar. All right, let's look at how all these complaints went from angry posts on Reddit and YouTube to a real, unified, legal challenge. And this was the moment everything changed. August 2025, 3 customers stepped up and filed a class action suit for literally thousands of other customers. And they didn't just go after NZXT, they also went after their billing and debt collection partner, a company called Fragile. Now this is what I find so interesting, because it just perfectly captures the chaos. You've got social media influencers and even someone from the billing company telling customers, yeah, it's pretty much rent to own. But at the same time, NZXT itself is on Reddit saying, no, this is not a rent-to-own program. Can you just imagine being a customer stuck in the middle of all that confusion? So facing all these accusations and these really conflicting messages, NZXT decided not to fight it out in court. Instead, they settled. And the numbers involved here, they're pretty mind-boggling. $3.45 million. Just let that sink in for a second. That's the total value of the deal they made to settle this thing for a group of over 19,000 customers. And this chart really breaks down where all that money went, because it wasn't just a simple cash payout. A huge piece of the pie, over $1.2 million, is the estimated value of the PCs that some customers just got to keep. Another $900 grand, that's for forgiving the debt of people who are behind on their payments. And then there's a $1.45 million cash fund on top of it all. So, to put it simply, if you were one of the customers who met the right criteria, you now own that PC. Done. Free and clear. If you had fallen behind on payments, up to $5 grand of that debt was just gone. And then there's still a cash fund for everyone else involved. That is a resolution with some very real, tangible benefits.
But, this whole settlement was about so much more than just money. It actually forced NZXT to clean up its act, at least until the end of 2027. They have to stop influencers from making ownership claims. They have to use different branding so you know if something's a rental or something you're buying. They have to provide accurate specs, and get this, every new customer has to physically confirm that they get it. This is not a rent-to-own program. These are some pretty fundamental changes to how they operate.
So when you step back and look at the whole thing, it's a pretty powerful story. It just goes to show what can happen when customers actually band together and demand a company be held accountable. And for the rest of us, it's a big, flashing reminder that whenever you sign up for a subscription or a rental, the fine print and what the deal really is matters more than ever.
And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? As more and more of our stuff, our software, our cars, even our computers becomes subscription-based, how do we even define what ownership is anymore?
It's a question this case definitely forces us all to think about.